It may get bigger, it may get a little bigger, it may not get bigger at all. We'll see what happens. But regardless of what happens, we're totally prepared.
Did you know that Marvel Comics once had a hilarious and irreverent series that parodied superhero characters? Pitched to Stan Lee by Roy Thomas and Gary Friedrich, it was called Not Brand Echh, and it ran in the late 1960s. Welcome to Comic Book Storytime.
All right. Well,
are you doing okay today?
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Okay.
Butts.
Lost them. I'm going to play with these buttons here while we're getting them back. You lost your audio again. You got to learn how to use this StreamYard stuff.
Who, you?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing over here.
This is not your first time, right?
Yeah, it's definitely my most in-depth where I'm really trying to do it all right. And Brian's fucking everything up. God damn it, Brian.
Is he on a phone? You on a phone, Brian? What is that? No?
Uh-oh.
You know how hard it is to get Wi-Fi in the Nexus? Like, I had to really... Oh, Station, what's up, Fable?
That might be the end of the show, folks. Brian, well, dang. Well, he's gone. Dang. I've been dying to ask you, man. Can we get a timetable? When is the return?
Oh, soon. I'm just trying to make slightly more produced things. I'm just trying to figure out what I think the truth is I took a break and it kind of messed me up because I took a unintended break that I didn't want to take and now I'm like, I feel like this weird like pressure about coming back too. I'm just be honest.
I understand you.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be that way.
I've decided recently that I'm going to stop doing things the way I do on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that what I've been doing, I'm not going to keep doing, but what I'm going to start doing, I haven't quite figured out yet. So I got that same kind of energy going right now.
Yeah. It's like hard to kind of pin down like what, because that's always been the trouble with my channels. I don't know what the F I am, but I think I'm finally like figuring it out.
You can so fucking tell that Donnie Banks not know what his channel is going to be. So obvious. Whoa, Brian, back. Can we hear you?
Comics and chaos, yo.
What's your thoughts on the influx of books with high ratios and indies with small print runs? Is it inflating the market?
I absolutely love high ratio variants, and I think it's very important for the comic book marketplace. If you enjoy Boss Logic as an artist in this industry, better have a 1 in 300 for him as an option. It's pretty damn expensive. He's one of the best and greatest artists in the freaking world, and he takes time to draw Ninja Turtles because he loves comics. Also, every year, there are less comic stores than there were the year before. Just 2 years ago, for an entire quarter, stores were shut down. They had to operate out of their store. They couldn't even bring their employees in. Some stores were forbidden to even open up. Incentives allow those who are investing in these comic books a way to get diverse inventory to lower their risk in the event that they're not unable to move, let's say, 3,000 Marvel comics or 4,000 DC comics or 500 Boom comics. Comics and chaos, yo.
What up? What up? What up? It is Tuesday. Once again, these things keep coming along, and it is time for another FOC and chill. We'll see what's popping this week. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Do they have any beef from whatnot that is burning in their heart that they really just need to get out to the masses? I want to know. We need to know. We need to know here at the FOC or FOC and chill. What up, y'all? Thanks for coming through. I see the chat's already popping. Good to see it. Had a couple of videos there at the beginning. One was me, Dank, and Brian. I was trying to hype the CBC Awards last year, as I've been known to do. And Brian was fucking everything up. But I thought the conversation with Dank was a little interesting about really trying to figure out what your channel is, what you want to be, what you want to be about, how you want to be appealing. You know, how do you want to be a good channel? Because there's so many lanes that we can take to be a good channel. I never remotely got near as good as what Dank was doing. Dank had a really good channel when he was doing it, man. But I don't. But maybe he'll someday come back to us. I don't know. But I think he's doing art film stuff, so I think that's what has been going with. But then the other clip was a great clip with Comics and Chaos, One True Nerd King Phil and Rage Theo. They have a channel, Comics and Chaos, and if you guys haven't seen it, they had an interview with Comic Tom and Fire Guy Ryan, and it was before Crash. I think they talk a little bit about them writing Crashdown, but it was before Crashdown was ready to go. But I thought there were some really interesting conversations in there. I think I was talking with Beckerman. We were talking about Comic Tom, and it's like, you know, I really appreciate Comic Tom. I appreciate what he does. I appreciate that he's able to make money and give jobs to people in this comic book business. I respect it. But I don't really watch a lot of his stuff, you know, in terms of the top tens and all that. It usually doesn't really pertain to me. So I normally don't care about that. But I am super interested in Comic Tom interviews. I'm really interested in agree or not. Really interested in his perspective on things. Todd McFarlane, I'm not comparing the two, but Todd McFarlane's the same, like a person I'm really interested in interviews, just on their perspective on this culture, on this thing, and where it's going and where it is. I just find that fascinating, just because they just have a view of things that I don't necessarily have. But and there was a lot of questions that I thought they asked there on that show, Comics and Chaos, where they interviewed him, that I thought was really interesting, including the one about variants and exclusives. And I'm of one who's going to complain and say, "Hey, why do we have so many of these things? It seems to be ridiculous. You know, it's overwhelming to collectors." I'm not sure that it's a good thing. And he makes the argument that, you know, whether you're buying it or not, it's a good thing because there are people buying it. And that's the thing, is like, clearly somebody's buying it, right? And not all these people can't be losing money on all these exclusives. So they have to be making money. People have to be buying it. So I can't be worrying about the things that I'm not buying, you know? And if it's a way for them to diversify their inventory, as he was describing, to where you can have lower end stuff, mid end stuff, and high end stuff, and you can sell to people who have more money, because there's a ton of comic book collectors who just have more money and they're able to pay these things, these 1 in 250s and 1 in 500s. I mean, come on, guys, you got too much money if you're in that. I mean, I'm jealous as fuck, and I'm not hating, but it's just the fact that you got plenty of money if you're out here spending that much money on comic books. But there is a market for that sort of thing of, I want something super exclusive and I'm willing to pay 1 in 500, 1 in 250 rates. And why not make money off of those people? Why can't they make money off those people and me just not have it? You know? So I think it was an interesting thing. Maybe that's something we could talk about, or we could talk about Whatnot streams and you being mad about someone. Or if no one wants to talk about anything, we can just talk about the FOC and I can go to bed, you know? And I wouldn't be mad about that. But let's get to the chat here. Almost 10 minutes in. I haven't even looked at the chat. Rude was in here early. That's my guy right there. Spine Ticks brother. Spine Ticks alumni. Shout out to my homie. What up, Rude? Good to see you. Trev. Hala Chiefs. Inada Mas. Thanks for coming through, my guy. Always good to see you. Definitely check out Trev on Instagram and YouTube. You're missing out if you're not already subbed. And another one, my guy C Bizzle. He is he's FOC'd and chilled. I need to get a name for us, people who have done it, who have come on and fucked and chilled, you know. God, I need to come up with something for that. Help me out, guys. For alumni, fucking chill alumni. No, that don't really work. Let's see. But what up, C Bizzle? Good to see you. Yeah, Brian or Dank did had a dope trippy background. That was back in March of last year, man. That was forever ago. It's crazy to think that I've been doing this for over 2 years now. And I've known, like me, I was talking to Evil Mike, and I was like, man, I've known you for over like hell, I've known you over 2 years now, because Evil Mike was someone that I found really early. So it's just crazy how long you've known these people virtually. I've had this experience many times in video gaming, but it's wild, this new experience now as I move into this third year of collecting, and being a YouTube, Instagram presence. The best part of it is not the clout or whatever the haters are going to say. The best part is the interactions that you get with other comic book nerds who are excited about the dumb comic book nerd shit that you're excited about. That's what it's all about for me, man. I get excited. I want to make those people laugh. The stuff that I do would never make my friends who aren't into that stuff laugh. And I'm not trying to make them laugh. I'm trying to make y'all laugh. And that's what it's all about. So I'm having fun, man. We got a Damien, another fuck alumni. Is that a good one? Fuck no. No, we gotta think. I gotta work on that one. We got a workshop. But another one, Damien Reader, CBC. Damien, thank you for coming here. You reminded me. CBC awards are open, and the nominations are open anyway. And it's very important that you get out here and ride for the people that are doing stuff that you appreciate, who are creating content and making this culture fun and giving us stuff, giving us lives to hang out in, giving us great content to consume and think about. And Sleepy Reader was up for a lifetime achievement last year, and he was along some heavy hitters, and including Comics with Bueller, who was the who was the eventual winner. And but Travis, aka Comics with Bueller, was pushing for Damien Sleepy Reader, and I was pushing for him as well. And I will be back doing that again this year, lifetime achievement. I've not done my nominations, but when I do, lifetime achievement going again. Sleepy Reader round 2. Let's go. There's going to be a ton of great. That's going to be one of the really interesting ones, because we've got some heavy hitters out of the way, with Reggie's out of the way, Bueller's out of the way, and I think Comic Tom was out of the way the first year. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up, but gonna be interesting. Who pops through. I'm riding for Damien. Let's see. May the best one win. Hey, what up? I think it's Vogs. I heard them discussing it on some other one, and they were trying to just pronounce it, and they decided it's just Vogs. Vogs. So I'm gonna go with that. Let me know if that's wrong. But what up, man? I think Spine Ticks, homie, right there. What's up? Good to see you. Spine Ticks. They're everywhere, man. They're everywhere. You can't stop them. You can't stop them. What else we got in here? We got Jeezy Crazy. What's up, my man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming through. Real good to see you. Sorry if you can hear my kid. She's loud. It's summertime, so we've extended the bedtime. Normally, I would have already put them to bed by now, but summertime hours change, so you might be hearing them being yappity tonight. We'll try and keep it to a minimum. You got to keep these kids in line. I don't keep my kids in line. Yeah. And those are people. That's a really good point, because what you're doing and what a lot of us do is worry about how other people spend their money. And you see it, go to Instagram. If you got a comic book one feed, see a ton of people worried about how other people spend their money. And as someone who spend way too much time worrying about how other people vote and things like that, what is it? The law of detachment. That's what it is that you can't attach yourselves to outcomes you can't control, and you have to let go of those outcomes. And so I feel you. I don't want people spending their money who can't afford it on expensive paper when they should be buying stuff for their kids or whatever it may be. But people do it with drugs, and they're going to do it with all kinds of other things too. And I can't attach myself to those outcomes I cannot possibly control. But I feel you, though. I feel you. But as someone who spent too much time worrying about things I can't control, it's definitely one of my main focuses of mental health, is to let go of attachments to those things, attachment to outcomes, and just focus on the things that I can control and be happy about the things that I should be grateful for, because I spent a lot of time mad about outcomes I couldn't control, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. Cup of Comics, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming through, man. Really nice to see you. Appreciate you. Check out Cup of Comics' channel. He had an episode, a memorable episode for me on Only Slabs, or was it 1011? It might have been 1011. It was one of those, but his slabs were insane. Crazy. Definitely check Cup out. And then we got Digger Jim. We about to fuck this shit up, dog, for sure, man. Good to see you, Digger. Thanks for coming through, man. Check my guy out for comic book content and interesting dig content. And I was actually checking this out, Digger Jim. There's really a whole community of diggers, if you will. Oh man, that's dangerous, isn't it, Digger? What up, my Digger? That's dangerous. But there's a whole community of people into that stuff, and it is interesting, to see that if you're really going to like an old place and you really find some interesting stuff, that would be dope. Like, how about digging in, Mesopotamia or something? Golly, that'd be crazy. But definitely check out Jim out. I'm gonna have to miss Heroes Con this year. Some things that were expected to go my way did not go my way. And so unfortunately I'm gonna have to, and it kills me, man. I'm still like hoping like maybe I get lucky on a bet or something and I can change it around. But I'm so bummed. Like, if I could do it over, I would be like, all right, let's blow our load this year and let's not go last year. But I'm glad I went last year, so can't change that, and I don't regret it. So, but y'all have fun. I hope that y'all do a ton of content, man. I need y'all to give me videos so I can check y'all out and just live vicariously as much as possible. Because Heroes Con was a blast, man. It was a lot of fun. It was a great con, really focused on comic books more than not like Planet Comic Con's focused on celebrities and things of that sort. But Heroes Con is about comics, and there's going to be a lot of homies there, man. You get to see CJ's face, Comic Journey's face, if you show up, man. I'm really bummed that it didn't work out for me, but I hope y'all have a ton of fun, man. Ball out and take tons of video. I really like this one. Chillumni. We'll have to work on that. Chillumni. Matarog is another great choice. Another one that might be in the mix for that one, actually. Yeah. I respect that vote for sure. I'm sure Damien respects that vote as well. So yeah, great stuff. Phil, good to see you, Phil. Thanks for coming through. I really enjoyed your show, and I also hated it, and I'll tell you why. Number one, I enjoyed it because I got to watch and enjoy Roscoe and TM Nerdy struggle through trying to answer these questions that are difficult questions, really. And some of those questions can expose you, like the one for the Image Founders one. If you don't know who the Image Founders one, you could be exposed there. I'm not gonna tell you if I got that one right or not, but I'm just saying, if I was on the show, I might have been exposed as someone who doesn't know anything. But yeah, I'm scared to be on that show. Me and Lorenzo are talking about being on that show. I have not gotten confirmation from Lorenzo yet, I think, but I've gotten confirmation that we're going to be on the show, just not confirmation on the date. But looking forward to Phil's new show, Treehouse Trivia. The production level made me feel like, honestly, seriously, Philly, the production level had me feeling like, all right, man. Obviously, I'm not going to get to this level, but man, I can step up and come towards this level of production that he is bringing right now. So I was really impressed with it, Phil. Looking forward to you continuing that, because you're only going to get smoother with it, man. So check Phil's Treehouse out. Treehouse Trivia is finally here. I know it's every other week. I'm not sure on what day exactly, but I know it's every other week, and really looking forward to seeing that series mature and evolve, because it's fun, man. And Phil's bringing, like I said, he's bringing it on the production, man. Really is. He is ready to go. And definitely don't do drugs. I mean, drugs are bad for any kind of addiction. Too much of anything makes you an addict. Tease and squeeze and oh so please, and don't ask why I got my. Okay, we're not gonna rap on here, but yeah, too much of anything makes you an addict. Though I was thinking about this, like like I was thinking about this in terms of coffee and like my addiction to coffee and how like how innocent it was to my decision to start drinking coffee was so innocent, and now it's this real drug that I'm seriously addicted to, this caffeine. And people don't talk about coffee that way, but it absolutely is that way. It's not the hardcore drug that where you get. I mean, you get headaches if you. I mean, withdrawals are do include headaches, but it's real. The decision to do coffee is a real decision that everyone should think about before they jump in. They should be in all of those drug commercials. Coffee should be in there straight. I'm not even joking. They should be. Sorry, my kid's losing her mind up there. All right, let's see here. So yeah, Rude in here giving good advice that he's probably not taking, but good advice nonetheless. Guys, too much of anything makes you an addict. All right. We got K-pop in here. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping in, Katie. Always good to see K-pop. And check out K-pop's channel. She's been having some great artists come through on her channel. Really interesting stuff. If you're into the art thing, like Between the Lines with Roscoe and TM Nerdy, you should definitely be into what she's doing as well. So definitely check her out. There's my guy, Cali Comics John. Good to see you. Thanks for coming through. And check out his episode of Comic Book Storytime. Actually, and Sleepy Reader. Episode 2, Sleepy Reader, had a great episode talking about Captain America. And then we also had Cali Comics talking about Beta Ray Bill and mental health, which I thought was a really great episode. So great stuff. I really enjoy the Comic Book Storytime. I have another one in the bag that I've got to work on with Aggressively Relaxing. But he gave me a lot of material that I have to sift through, and my ADD is looking at the 30 minutes of editing, and it's like, oh, but I need to break through my editing and try and put that one together here soon. So look for that from Aggressively Relaxing. But other than him, I don't have anybody else in the ready to go. So if anybody has been thinking about doing a comic book story time, thinking about what they want to do it about, and they're ready to go, let me know, man. I would love to get that thing recorded and in the bag so I can have it to edit and put together with you. So hit me up if you have been thinking about it and you want to talk about it. And a few of the people that I've done it with before we even recorded, we got into the studio and we just talked about what they wanted to do or some of the things that they wanted to do and how we would do it. So if that's something you want to do, I'm down as well for that. We can get in the studio and brainstorm and talk about what you want to do and how you want to do it. And this thing is all about you. It's not about me. I'm bringing the editing. I'm trying to tell your story, help you tell your story, whatever you're trying to tell. But it's not my opinion. It's your opinion, what you're feeling, what you're trying to tell people, what you're trying to give the people is what it's all about. And I really enjoyed the really different vibes and perspective from episode to episode because of the different people and the way that they see it and the way that they want to do it. I at the beginning when Beckerman and I came up with it together, I had a really narrow idea of what I wanted to do with it, and it was originally supposed to be mostly Beckerman with guest hosts coming in, but it didn't really work out. We didn't get a ton of episodes out of Beckerman so far, so it's been more guest hosts than anything. But they forced me to expand from the narrow perspective that Beckerman and I had, and I'm really glad that they did. Actually, it's made it better and more open, which is what I want it to be. So, long story short, man, hit me up if you're down for a comic book story time, and check out my homie Callie's episode. Talked about that forever, man. All right, and the link is in the chat if anybody wants to jump in. But if nobody wants to jump in, we can talk about the FOC. We can get to it. Man, I need something to drink. Yeah, I wanted the snacks, and I want one of those 1 in 50 signed fill cards. I'm not lying. I do. I want one. I want to get on there. I need to be a contestant. I wasn't able to catch it. Oh, that I know what day it was because I couldn't go because I was at a graduation. It's Sunday. It's every other Sunday, and I couldn't go because I had to go to my nephew's graduation. That's what it was. There's definitely losers on this show. I mean, it's all good, not everybody can win, but there's definitely losers on the show. Although you are right in that the contestants are not losers whatsoever. Both prizes were fire. Guys, check it out. The prizes were fire. Phil's not playing around with that show yet. If you're not subbed to Phil's Treehouse, man, y'all need to get in the business, man, for sure. It ain't working out. I'm putting bedtime back to 8 o'clock. These kids need to be in bed, not making all this noise. Oh, there it is, right there. Sunday night. Yeah, that's why I couldn't be there because I was on the road most of the day on Sunday. Okay, drugs are bad. Okay, man, ice cream. And I'm a little, dairy products tear me up now, so I can't be eating it, but I eat it anyway. I ate it today, and it's got me all messed up, but it's worth it, man. Like, stuff is so good. I love it. It's the hangout, Rude. It's the hangout with the homies, man. It's a way to, and I've talked about this before, but like when we were younger, we had time to walk to your friend's house and hang out there for a while, for a few hours, and then walk home. And you just had time to do things. Whereas I got to get my kids to bed in 15 minutes. I got schedules, things that I got to hit. And so the convenience of YouTube to be able to just pop in and be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? And then it's like, and then virtually you're walking out of the room, randomly walking back in, catching pieces of the conversation. But that hangout is always in that room, and you can walk over into that room and see what's popping, no matter what's going on. And it's whether you're in that hangout or not, it's dope that the option is there to come chill in that hangout. It's like it reminds me of the book Ready Player One, which I really enjoy. I know it was a super cheesy book, and a lot of people hate on it, but I really enjoyed it. And one of the coolest things about Ready Player One that I really enjoyed was in the beginning of the book, the fun part of the book, which is not in the movie, when they're just kids in high school, and there's these scenes of them hanging out in H's basement, which is this virtual basement of like video games and stuff, just place for the kids to hang out before they have to virtually plug into class, or not virtually, but before they zip into class virtually. And I really liked the idea of the basement. So of it being there, whether you're in there or not, whether you got time before class to go hang out or not, they're there kicking it, and the option is there, and that's what YouTube has become. It's been the basement, the place to kick it with the homies, and whether I can pay attention the whole time, whether I'm just a view giving you watch time, or if I'm actually able to sit down and give you my attention, man, it's nice that you're there, and I support it as much as I can. So shout out to all the homies, man. Yes, you will get some Phil dancing. He was ready to go in the beginning, man. That was like, wow, we're ready to go right from the jump, man. Definitely check out Phil's Treehouse. Cannot stress it enough. Check out all the homies though, man. Like I said, the hangout, it's there. Whether you got time for it or not, it's there, and you have the option. And having that option is just, it's a really nice thing to have. What up, Nauman? Good to see you, homie. The stream whore. Good to see you. Thanks for coming through, man. Oh yeah, thank you, and thank you for shouting out the homies, man, sharing their links, man. Definitely use those links, man. Link up, man, because that's what it's about. Having the more lives that the more I don't want, actually I don't want too many lives because I don't like to be split on my lives, but like it's nice to have the option though. Just choose the lives that you want. Maybe one live isn't talking about something I'm interested, so I'll go see what the other one's talking about, and we'll check back with this live later. So I'm down for all of it, man. Oh, no worries, Sleepy. No worries at all, brother. No worries. This might be a more FOC night than chill night. We've been hitting with some chill nights. We had the longest one ever last week. We had 2 hours. And we hit the 2 hours. Like, wow, we're at 2 hours, man. I really should go to bed, guys. I can't believe. I mean, this thing could have easily kept going though, but it was fun. It was worth it, man. I wanted to keep going. I probably should have. It is the future, and that's another thing about Ready Player One is And I thought it was a silly thing about it, but now I realize it was actually genius. Is that in Ready Player One, in the virtual world, that when they go to the Oasis and all that, everybody has their own channel, their own TV channel. And like I remember when he was looking for Artemis, when they broke up. That's right, when they broke up, he was checking in on her channel to see what was going on her channel to try and get a read on what was going on with her, which I thought that was kind of silly, but man, here we are. We all got our channels. You can see how I'm doing. If you come check it out, you can check my mood and see what's up. So that was kind of more spot on. That happens in books too, where I think it's stupid when I read it, and then as time goes by, you realize that I was the dumb one. Actually, the author was smart and I was stupid. And it's always nice to be reminded that I'm not as smart as I think I am. All right, that is the end of the chat. I've met it. Man, I need to get some water. Actually, let me ask. No, it's not going to happen. I think she's putting him in bed. Actually, she probably is putting him in bed. Phil is a man of many hats. Phil's got talent, man. Like I was telling him, man, he had that Ed McMahon role on Spine Ticks, and I just thought he was so good at it. I really missed it when it was gone. It was different. It was definitely different without him, and I missed it. So shout out to my homie Phil. I'll check that out. Well, I think we are. I mean, I think we are heading that way, right? And it's part of the virtual hangout. Like it's gonna be crazy when we're all doing this with avatars and like they do in the Oasis. Because it is coming. Like, and it's made me think about like, is evolution just uh, a period of creating virtual reality? And so we're a virtual reality inside a virtual reality inside a virtual. It's like I've seen like Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about it. He ultimately, I can't quite. I need to look at his answer as to why he ruled out us being a simulation. But I think it was something about we would either have to be like the first one or like the latest one. I can't remember the logic behind it though. Obviously, he's smarter than I am. But I've really been thinking about like what the hell is this and like how crazy space is, like how crazy and like unfathomably big it is. How we have no idea how big it is. Like we can't even begin to fathom how big the universe is, and it's always expanding. And how the idea, I think I talked about this last week actually, but just like that the light that we're seeing, and when we look in the sky is a light that's a million years old. It's like a million. This light that I am just now got to me, to my eye, it bounced off its origination a million years ago. It took a million years for that light to get to me. But my brain has a real hard time like understanding that, like really trying to grapple with that, because it's crazy. But those, like, I don't know, I think it's something you do when you get to your mid-40s. You start thinking about these existential things, man. It's crazy. Shout out to The Expanse. Oh yeah, get on, Trev. Get on here and let's talk about The Expanse. What's up? I'll talk about The Expanse all day. We've got the new series on Boom Studios has The Expanse Dragon Tooth, which is a direct sequel to the show. And I really enjoyed the first issue. It was really nice being back with the homies, man, on the Rocinante. Oh, I mean, John Stout, what's up, man? You're never late, bro. That's what it is about, man. You can come out of this room, you can come into this room, you can come out of this room, whether you're here, whether you're not here. We appreciate you. We appreciate the fact that you might be here at some point. And he couldn't make it tonight, but it was nice that he might have made it. That's how I feel about it. Aggressive. What's up, aggressively relaxing? I was thinking, man, I need to stop being lazy and really start to look at your 30 minutes of video that you gave me. But I've been kind of thinking that maybe we should try and re-record it and make it cleaner. I think maybe we should try and do that. So hit me up if you're interested in doing that. Because yeah, part of it is like it's a lot. You give me a lot to cut up. And I want to do it, but my ADD has just been blocking me. I need to do it though, because you're all I got, brother. And I really appreciate it. And the coolest thing about this video is it will be aggressively relaxing on camera. It won't be him, his hands, or anything. It will be the man himself, which is awesome. So I need to actually try to do it because aggressive. I haven't actually tried to do it. You know, I just looked at because it's like a 5-minute, 6-minute video, but it's 30 minutes of video to edit. And that ratio is like, oh my goodness gracious. That one really got to me. So I need to get into it though, because it's a good one. It is a good one. And I'm excited. And that's part of my trepidation is I want to do it right. I want to do it the way that I envision it, which I think is pretty close to the way that you're envisioning it. So yeah, I need to get my shit together though, for sure. And I really appreciate you doing that with me. And again, shout out anybody else who wants to do an episode of Comic Book Story Time. We need to keep this thing going, guys. Definitely want to keep this thing going. And Sleepy Reader, you're about due. I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, you're about due for another episode, Sleepy. And I told my comic book dad, Lorenzo, I'd give him maybe a month or so, and then it'd be time for him to do another episode. And I do have Beckerman on the hook for another episode, agreeing to it. I just haven't wrangled the time for us to actually do it. Yeah, we need to do it, and we need to yeah. Well, we can talk about it. But yeah, looking at what I have looked at, I'm like, okay, if we could just do this and do this, we can nail this shit. We can absolutely nail this shit. Pocan Joe, what's up? Good to see you, my guy. Another guy doing the damn thing on YouTube. 2 channels, Pocan Joe Comic Book Review and the Evil Layer. Was it Builds and Projects? Yeah. That man's crazy, but a lot of fun to drink with. It's crazy to think that Pocan Joe and we've drank together 3 times on 3 separate. I mean, not actually more than 3 times, but on 3 separate series of occasions. We'll say we drank together probably 9. I don't know, probably 6 or 7 times, 8 times maybe. We drank about every night. We definitely drank every night the last time you came to Kansas City. We definitely got it. I'm going to check that out, actually. I need to check that out. That sounds fun. I like messing with scam callers. I do it myself. They don't last long. They always just hang up on me. They realize what you're doing pretty quick and hang up. They don't mess around with me. Because I'm like, for me, when I get a scam call, sometimes I'm like, how does this scam work? Like, how do you get them? Like, I'm just curious, like, how does it even work? Like, who is falling for this? So I like go along with it just to try and see at what point do they do something where I'm like, oh, okay, this is how you get them. I get it now. But I never actually find out because they always just click, hang up on me, man. Always good conversations, man. I always enjoy picking. Pogan Joe has seen a lot, knows a lot, has forgotten more than I've ever known, and he's really interesting to listen to. Even when you disagree with him, it's like, oh man, I disagree with him. I really need to think about why do I disagree with him. I need to make sure that I've really thought about this. I might be wrong. I need to really consider. So shout out to Pocan Joe. That's my guy, man. All right. We're gonna do it, guys. We're gonna have a short one tonight. Let's see. Previews world. Let's get into it. Catalog. Final order. FOC. Let's make sure that I am logged in. I am. Jeezy Crazy, man. Thanks for coming through, my guy. Always good to see you. New names popping into the FOC and chill. Let's fuck and chill together. All right. My guy Beckerman went and saw The Flash last night, and I had plans of showing up like an hour early, and apparently that was wrong. You needed to show up like 4 hours early because it was a pre-screening thing for the Flash movie. So he got to see The Flash yesterday. I didn't get to see it because I didn't realize I had to be there so early. I would have had to make major plans, like to pick up my kids, and like I would have had to do all kinds of things to even be there that early. But I was not aware that I had to be on top of it like that. All right, let's make this smaller. There we go. All right, first up, Image Comics. I was looking at this one, Bone Orchard Tenement. This is one that I have been. Man, it doesn't go. Okay. This is one that I've been following along, but I don't know what's happening, man. I don't understand anything. But it's Jeff Lemire, so I'm gonna keep going with it. Although I don't really understand. It's interesting. I want to understand really what's going on. But it's some Jeff Lemire dark stuff going on there. I think I'm definitely gonna be in on that one. So Tenement, Bone Orchard Tenement #1 from Jeff Lemire and Sorrentino. All right. So what else we got going on here? Oh yeah, I need to write that down actually. Make sure that. All right, I lost my pen. So we'll type that down. Tenement. Okay. Dead Romans is another one that I'm on. I have not read it yet. I probably should before I get #4 just to make sure that I actually want it still. Hate Fairyland. Scotty, I know there's a lot of fans of Scotty Young. I wasn't in on the first one iteration of it, so I didn't jump in the middle of it. But the covers art's always interesting to these, man. They're always really like they're cover horror inducing. They make me want to buy them just because I really like the cover. Why is that loading so slowly? What the hoka hey? Oh, that's a peach momoko. You can tell. Is that my internet or is it just that one? You don't seem like I'm lagging. I feel like it's them. Anyway, that's peach. I like it, but not enough to cover or buy it. So, anybody reading I Hate Fairyland? Anybody up on that stuff? I haven't actually talked to him about it. I need to hit him up and see what he thought. I didn't want to be spoiled by anything. I know he's going to see it again when he gets to Heroes Con with the homies. But yes, Beckerman has seen the new Flash movie. He is ahead of the game. Is it too late to do it? I keep seeing stuff about it, but I never jumped in and digged in to see what it was about. But I do like Matt Kent, so I probably should, if it's not too late, I might check it out and see what's up. I am also reading, although I am a lot of issues behind, but yeah, I never know what's going. And like there was a point in What's the Furthest Place where I was like, I think I'm gonna not read this book anymore. But we got to the point where there was these young kids acting like old people. And for some reason it was like, all right, I'm gonna stick around and see what the hell. I don't know what it was about those kids acting like old people, but they made me interested in like, all right, man, this place is weird. What is happening? I guess I'll stay and find out. Yeah, same. You didn't like it? Yeah, you're right. I probably should check it. You're right. I will definitely check it out. I bought it because oh man, and speaking of which, man, I bought it because I just loved HBO's Rome. It made me absolutely obsessed with ancient Rome, and like I just was digging in on history, checking out books about the Caesars from the library, just obsessed with ancient Rome and understanding the history of it. Like really interested in Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar, like really interesting cats, man. It's crazy that they're real people, and of course, Titus Pulo and Lucius Ferenius, the two characters, are the main characters of Rome. One of which was played by Ray Stevenson. And I had many dreams of getting a movie for Rome. We had 2 seasons, and that was it. And I had many dreams of reuniting and getting a movie with Lucius and Titus. And with the death of Ray Stevenson, obviously that's not going to happen. But only like 58, I think. Pretty young, man. Crazy to see he is gone. I know he's in a lot of stuff, but for me, he'll always be Titus Pulo, man. He was in a Marvel movie too, I think, right? Guardians of the Galaxy, I think he was in, although I can't remember his character. But crazy that he's gone. Crazy. I don't think that they say why. They don't think they said how he died, because I was definitely trying to find out. Yeah. I was like, what are these people? What are these kids doing? All right. King Spawn, I'm on that one, although I don't read that as much as I should. I need to catch up on that one. Time Before Time is one that I've been on for 24 issues, really enjoying Time Before Time. It's one that I've had to read multiple times because it's 24 issues in, and it plays with time. It goes back and forth in time. And so sometimes you bring somebody in and you're like, I know them, and I don't remember exactly how I know them. It's been a while. So there's a lot of trying to refresh your memory with that, but I really enjoy it. It's like that Bruce movie, Bruce Lewis, or no, yeah, I'm breaking his Bruce Willis movie, Looper. Why was I blanking on his name? I am not up on the Power Rangers, but this in a foil, I bet that looks pretty snazzy. I bet that looks pretty damn snazzy right there in a foil. I wouldn't buy it, but man, I'd feel the tingle, the cover horror tingle. It would hit me on that one. I bet that looks pretty. Let's see what else we got. The Penguin #1. This is one that I'll have to debate on whether or not I want to do it. I don't know if I want to. Revenge is for the birds. After retiring to Metropolis following his death, Oswald Cobblepot finds himself forced back to a predictable and violent blah, 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 blah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we'll give it a try. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yay or nay on Penguin? Hey, you made it 14 issues. You gave it a good run, man. You definitely gave it a good run. I'm still into it, but I feel you getting tired with it, you know. It's been 24 issues and there's been no like it's been cool, but I don't know if there's ever been like I don't know. It's been cool enough for me, but I feel you. Sweet cover. I'll tell you if you think that's a sweet cover, check out this cover. It's Nathan Zerdy. I really like this one. Straight out of Gotham, Penguin on the cover with Harley there, looking crazy as hell. I kind of like that one. And there's a incentive cover. I'm assuming one has the trade dress on it. You just can't see it here. But there's a regular cover, which is just a C. So you can get it for regular price, but there is an incentive cover. But that's a nice one. That's going to be a hot one, probably. I think the folks are probably going to like that one. So y'all might want to FOC this one. Make sure you get a copy. I'm debating if I want to cover horror. If I get the series, then I'll definitely get this book. But I'm debating if I'm getting this series. That's a cool cover though. I think that's gonna be a hot one. We'll see. I'm not always right about the hot ones, but it feels like one. There's some cool looking covers for this one though. Here's another one, Brian Bolin. That's that's uh that's really good. That makes me want this. Look at the detail on that. That's crazy. Look at his fucking nose. Holy shit. Well, you know, the new net, and I didn't watch it, and I was thinking about it because I seriously we used to get up before school at 6 a.m. and lay on the couch and eat cereal and watch the Power Rangers. I remember it was in 6th grade. I was in 6th grade. I used to get up and watch it. And I remember thinking in 6th grade, this is crazy, crazy cheesy. Even in 6th grade, that it was cheesy as hell. But I kept watching it because I love Voltron and just the whole concept was dope to me. But also, like, it was good. It was, I liked it. It's okay to like cheesy stuff. And I think with bringing everyone back like they did for the Netflix show, if it didn't have that, if it tried to go all serious and stuff, I don't think it would have been the right vibe. It's got to keep that cheesy, familiar, nostalgic. It's got to tap into that nostalgia. So yeah, it should be cheesy. And I heard it's not the greatest, but if you like the show and you're there for that show, then you're gonna like it. So I might check it out. I don't never check anything out anymore. I used to watch a lot of stuff. Now I just seem to never watch anything. Yeah, that penguin is real nice. Hey, what up, Durs? Good to see you. Thanks for coming through, my guy. We also got Well Bore in the hizzy. Good to see you. But I might cover Whore by this one then. That's super nice. That is super duper nice from Brian Bolin. Like, I kind of can't stop staring at it. Like, look at just like, because there's all different spots to just look at and how he did it. And like how he spots the black in here and then the grimy beard. And like, it's just the detail of the, I mean, it's just all over things to just look at and be like, damn, he brought the heat on this one. He brought the heat. My cover horror bone is tingling on that one. That one's super fucking nice. All right, let's look at this David Marquez too. Yeah, that's nice, but they don't tingle my phone. It don't get my bone. It don't do it for me. It ain't no thick milk, if you feel me. If you know what I mean. All right, so that's it for DG. I don't know about Penguin. I'm probably going to end up adding that one and getting that Brian Bolin because that Brian Bolin's super duper fire. Ooh, this is pretty. I put this one on the thumbnail because it was so pretty. I sure will let that one load. For some reason, the website's loading slow. We got Avengers #1 second printing. Make sure I'm not missing anything in the chat here. People saying what up to the homies. What up? Welcome to the virtual basement, the hangout, the spot. All right, yeah, that one's nice. That's pretty. I really like the colors. That one's banging my cover horror bone as well. This one's really pretty. I like. She got a pretty mouth. What else we got? I'm on the Captain America symbol of truth and Sentinel of Liberty. I'm reading both. Wouldn't say anybody else should be reading it, but I'm liking it enough. What else we got here? Oh, we got the Hulk 181 facsimile. Ooh, we got She-Hulk. I'm enjoying She-Hulk. That's another one. Not a lot going on it, really. But it's been interesting. I've been interested in Jacket Hearts. So I'm on that one. I'm going to be on the Silk when that comes out. I like Derek Chew stuff, man. I've really been enjoying Derek Chew stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get this one too, probably. She's so pretty. She looks like Final Fantasy or something, like a video game. Storm. That was one that I was thinking about jumping on just because I like that art germ cover a lot. I was like, nah, I don't want to get tangled up into X-Men stuff. But then Chaos or Comics and what was it? Chaos and Comics shared like a panel from Storm telling off Professor X, and I was like, oh, that was really interesting. I'm kind of curious about that world now. All right, we're gonna skip Dynamite. I don't really buy Dynamite, so sorry if you do. Actually, we can look at it. Why I can't? Let's not be haters. Let's look at it. I got some Deja Thoris. I have no idea who that is. Starfinder, Sweetie Candy, Victory #1. All right, let's look at this one actually. What's Victory #1? Oh, it's a Vampirella thing. It's a cool looking cover. But that's a pass. Not my thing. I got Archie. My comic book dad's into that Archie business. Yeah, and that thing was fire. That Storm Art Germ cover was, yeah. Art Germ be bringing it. Stanley Lau, aka Art Germ, he'd be bringing it. I'm on that Chicken Devil. I don't think I'm behind on that one though. I need to catch up. I really enjoyed the first volume though. It gave me major Ozark vibes. Major ager. Not seeing anything else here. Maniac of New York. That was never a book that I got into. I know there was a ton of people that got into that one. I never gave it a chance though. I am, and I'm the guy. I'm the demographic. I'm a pervert, so I'll definitely get stuck staring. I gotta I gotta work hard not to be that perverted old man because I still think I'm a kid. It's a problem. Night of the Living Dead, My Little Pony be popping. Oh, really? You'll will of course believe it when we see it, but apparently orders are due for Picture of Everything Else, number 4 and 5. You gotta pre-order both. And I will, but I've been waiting a long time for those, man. That was like one of the books I got in the beginning. I just never got the conclusion. So it's like I gave it another beautiful cover. I've cover horror bought a Vampirella cover before. There was a Warren Lau one that I cover horror bought. It was just so nice. She was nice and thick, just how I like it, thick, just like Sir Mix-a-Lot taught me. Ooh, look at this. I'm not getting this, but I like this homage. That's that Eternals right there. That's cool looking. See, I've complained about overdoing homages, but I am still a sucker for an homage, man. I'm like, oh, I know that. It's like, and I was thinking about this too. It's like a lot of comic book collecting seems to be a nostalgia game. All of us trying to, and it's true in Funkos and toys. Like we're all just trying to relive our childhoods and enjoy those things that we enjoyed back then when life is pure and sweet. And just try and get every little ounce of joy out of this life before we croak, you know? And there ain't no reason to be in a rush to get old and boring. I plan to do this when I'm old as shit, like 80 on YouTube at 80. What's up? Let's go. All right, so that's it. That is the end of the FOC. Not a whole lot of stuff I'm adding. I think I will add that penguin. That Brian Ballin was super nice. It's Vault. For a Picture of Everything Else, it's Vault Comics on that one. And there's been like a 2.5, 3 year gap between issue 3 and then finally we might get 4 and 5 here. So Zamaika Vamp. See if we can pull it up real quick. I don't know if we can. It looks like we can though. Ooh, 25. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm assuming this is it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How do I get rid of all this extra stuff? Jeez. I'll move myself over here. I mean, she purdy. She purdy. I'm assuming, yeah, 524. I'm assuming this one you're talking about here. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. If I do say so myself. I like it. Good call. Good call. I feel you on that one. All right, well, we made it to an hour. That's all I got for you. We actually did the FOC, so we did more FOC than chill this time. So that's cool with me too. Either one is cool, whether y'all want to jump in or we can just get right to it. Either one's cool with me. We'll be here every week. Like I said, it's one of those things. It's nice that it's there. You can be here, you can not be here, but it's there. It's an option for you if you want to do it, man. And that's what I'm gonna be about, man, because that's what I really enjoy about this YouTube thing. These multiple basements that I can jump into and kick it with and jump in on interesting conversations. And yeah, I really enjoy sitting at multiple tables, multiple communities within this larger community. And let's make more tables, man. I'm all down for it, man. Thank you to everybody that came through, man. Always appreciate it. Like Comic Vet always says, when you start these lives, you don't know if anybody's ever going to be there. I think back when I first started this channel and having like 10 subs and being like, just never really thinking about 100 or 200 or 500. It's like never really thinking about regularly doing a live show every week, So it's super dope to see the homies in the chat, man. So I really appreciate y'all coming through. And if you're watching this on the replay, thank you for watching the replay. Please subscribe if you haven't. Give me a like. I appreciate all the bumps, all the algorithmic bumps that y'all can give me, man. I appreciate all of it. So thank you for giving me the watch time hours, man. Thanks for coming through. JDA, that's my comic book corner 2.0 homie. Thanks for coming through, Joshua. I appreciate y'all. That's all I got for you this time. Until next time.
Butts. Comic and chaos, yo.
What's your thoughts on the influx of books with high ratios and indies with small print runs? Is it inflating the market?
I absolutely love high ratio variants, and I think it's very important for the comic book marketplace. If you enjoy boss logic as an artist in this industry, better have a 1 in 300 for him as an option. It's pretty damn expensive. He's one of the best and greatest artists in the freaking world, and he takes time to draw Ninja Turtles because he loves comics. Also, every year, there are less comic stores than there were the year before. Just 2 years ago, for an entire quarter, stores were shut down. They had to operate out of their store. They couldn't even bring their employees in. Some stores were forbidden to even open up. Incentives allow those who are investing in these comic books a way to get diverse inventory to lower their risk in the event that they're not unable to move, let's say, 3,000 Marvel comics or 4,000 DC comics or 500 Boom comics. Comics and chaos, yo.